back to another video and to another episode of Ty's Cars Book Club, the series where we take a look at Cars books. Today, we're going to be reading even more from the Cars comic treasury. Specifically, we're going to be wrapping up the Greetings from Radiator Springs chapter of Cars magazine comics. In case you're not familiar with the series, the way it works is pretty simple. We take a look at old Cars books, mainly comics, and read through them. We do kind of my blind reaction to reading these, and we see what fun stories we can discover, or how poorly can they adapt Cars movies. It's a pretty fun series, and one I really enjoy, and one I'm happy you guys have been enjoying as well. This book is the Cars Comic Treasury, released in 2017. It features a compilation of a bunch of Cars comics from over the years, including the film adaptations. So we have the comic version of the first Cars movie, as well as the comic based on Cars 2. But, see all these blue pages? Everything beyond the Cars 2 adaptation are actually old Cars magazine comics compiled into this book in a variety of different chapters. And today, we're going to be doing the back half of the first chapter of magazine comics, Greetings from Radiator Springs. The way this part of the book works is pretty simple, and I honestly really enjoy it. We got a page with a character profile, and then we got a short comic story. Once again, all the comics here are lifted from the Cars magazines. We don't know what issue or anything like that, but they are all from older Cars magazine issues, and I think that's super cool. So yeah, we got a character profile page, and then a little comic from the Cars magazines that heavily features that character. So far we did Lightning, then Mater, then Sally, then Doc, and probably my favorite from the last episode, we then did Sheriff with this fun story where he makes Mac into a criminal capturing truck for the tuners. And today, I'm hoping to get through the back half of this book that looks like it's going to start off with Red. So yeah, some really fun stuff here. I'm very excited. I absolutely love these magazine comics when we read them last time, and it's a good thing I like them because, well, there are still like 500 pages of the book left, so if I didn't like these, we'd be in for a pretty rough next few episodes, wouldn't we? Yeah, so very excited to get into it and continue to read more. So, let's get all situated here. I was originally supposed to do an episode of Diecast History today, the last part for Mater. Just every Mater left compiled in one video. And, well, I had a lot more work to do on it than I thought I did, so I decided, you know what, let me fast-track the next Diecast History. Let me fast-track the next Cars Book Club and get Diecast History out later on this week instead, because, believe it or not, despite the fact that this video is going to end up being probably like 45 minutes long, this will take me significantly less time to make than the next Diecast History, because I have to, film this for about an hour, then edit it together and upload it, and somehow filming for an hour and editing and uploading will all be shorter than me finishing the next Diecast History. So I decided, you know what, I'll give myself a bit more time for Diecast History, spread out work over the next few days, and try to get it out either Thursday or Friday, the day this video was originally supposed to come out. Probably not Thursday. I'm seeing Deadpool on Thursday. The movie looks so good. I just started seeing the initial reviews today. People are hyped. Anyway, it's Red. Generous Red. I may not be a fire truck of many words, but what I don't say, I show through my actions and my care for my beloved town. Yeah, all of these are written from the perspectives of the characters. My job. I'm a fire truck, and whether it's putting out a tire fire or caring for the beautiful towers in... The beautiful towers? I was going to say the beautiful towers in Found. The beautiful flowers in town. I'm there to support and protect Radiator Springs. It's so weird to hear Red talk about himself. My bad. Radiator Springs Fire Department. No way. A drawing of me. In an early sketch, I looked like this. A lot of these characters have this little concept art part. My passion. I love flowers! Okay, now let's move on to Red's comic. I have no clue, by the way, what order these are in case you were wondering. Again, this is all my first time seeing this. And, oh no, fireproof flower patch. It looks like there's a fire at Luigi's place. Ah, I hate when that happens. The old tires have caught fire. We've got to put out the flames before they spread. Splash. Thanks, Red. You got here just in time. Radiator Springs sure is lucky to have a fire truck as alert as you. Red's face is like, yeah, keep telling me. I know. Flo goes, how could we get along without him? Jill, girls, you'll make him blush. Haha. The joke is that Red is red. We should do something to show Red our gratitude. I love that the comic about Red is about the cars doing something for Red, because Red doesn't speak. And thus, it would be kind of hard for him to lead a story. Although I was kind of hoping it would be like a silent comic of Red going around doing something fun. How about giving him a medal? Modest as he is, it might be too embarrassing for him. His equipment is getting a little old. Yo, are we about to get new Red lore? Are we about to learn that Red has had new gear since before Cars 2, judging off of the fact that Doc is Sarah McQueen's paint job? Why don't we get him a new set? Excellent idea. The city's treasury can foot the bill. What? Who in this random kids comic from the Cars magazine decided, wait a second, guys. Wait, hold on. Giving Red new gear may not be the best economic decision. We need to explain the real-world way that they would be able to pay for it. That's so unnecessary. I don't need to hear about the city's treasury. That's so funny. I guess since he's a fire truck, the city's treasury would pay for it. Hey, Doc, why didn't you get the city's treasury to pay for your dying town that was sitting around for 50 years with no one coming there? I know that's not how that works. I just think it's so funny that they went out of their way to be like, well, the treasury can handle it. And I know the suppliers of emergency services for the racing circuits. No way he's going to call up Tiny Lugsworth. Our pal's going to get only the best for the best. I thought this was supposed to be like a surprise for Red. I guess not. And so, look at all those new parts. I've never seen him so happy. Happy, yep. Hold on, this picture of Red needs to be... If this is not the thumbnail, then I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. This is already the best possible image for the thumbnail. Okay. But the next day... Huh? Oh no, there's a problem. What happened? Red, what happened? What's wrong with Red? Is his new equipment not working? Oh no, it works fine. It's just that Red has a hard time telling apart the lever that turns on the water from the one that sprays extinguishing foam. Ha ha, Red's beloved flowers are now covered in foam and he can't do anything about it. That hose is drawn really weird. But there you go, guys. New Red lore just dropped. Cars Wiki, write that down. I'll do it myself. I'll go to the Cars Wiki and I'll write that down. Can you imagine? It's not significant at all, but apparently Red had his equipment swapped between movies and has extinguisher foam. Put that in the powers and abilities section. Put it on Red's official power scale. Okay. Fillmore. Let's see what Fillmore has to say. A natural van. I'm Radiator Springs' resident hippie. I like that that said like every place has a resident hippie. You know, everywhere you go, there's always the resident hippie. I believe in individuality, and for this reason I brew my own organic fuel. It has a lot of benefits, you know. Fillmore's iconic quote, "Whoa, man." I like that that's the only part of this page I don't read in the Fillmore voice. I'm sorry. Whoa, man. My model. My name is Fillmore, and I'm a van from the magical 60s. I love listening to the good old rock music and tasting the flavor of my wonderful organic fuel. Here's an early sketch of me. That doesn't really have much to do with your model. But I guess you did describe yourself as a van from the magical 60s. This is my tie-dye covered geodesic dome. I like how he's not even like, this is my house. Oh, I guess it does say that up there. Yeah. Hey, hey girl, why don't you come with me to my tie-dye covered... Hey girl, why don't you come with me to my tie-dye covered geodesic dome? It's the ultimate pickup line. My neighbor and... best friend, Sarge. I like that. We disagree about politics and we like different music, but man, we are still really good friends. Yeah, see America, we should be more like Fillmore and Sarge right now. My symbols. Peace, flour, organic oil, recycling. Where's the Save 2D animation sticker, guys? Also, where on Fillmore is that logo? I've never seen that. Where's that? I guess it's on a shop somewhere. Fillmore's story is called Fillmore's Formulas. As you can see, it takes place after Cars 2. I love how they always change up the McQueen designs. depending on the story. And unless some of these come from issues from before Cars 2 came out, but honestly I doubt it, because the Cars magazine, from what I found out, started like pretty soon before Cars 2, so it's nice to see them pay attention to detail. Sometimes have them after the first movie, sometimes have them after the second movie, and I'm sure nowadays they do ones after Cars 3 or Cars on the Road or whatever. I wish more people online kept up with the Cars magazine, because it still is released, and I believe it still is making new stories, right? I know last year a lot of people were freaking out because one featured the Queen, and Mater fighting the Lemons was a new story, and it featured the Queen from Cars 2 shortly after the Queen of England passed away in real life, so people were kind of talking about that. Anyway, come here, guys. Yeah, so Fillmore's formulas. Maybe we'll learn all of his secrets, how he makes his stuff. Come here, guys. I got something I want you to try. Oh, it must be another one of his revolting concoctions. That is great insult, Sarge. Wow, really strongly worded. Revolting concoction goes pretty hard. Heh, don't be so harsh, Sarge. This is a terrifying image of McQueen. Fillmore has a passion for inventing organic fuels, you know. Yes, of course he knows. They've lived next to each other, but before you were even existed, Lightning McQueen, before you were even there, probably before you were even born, quite frankly, they almost always taste terrible. Hey, not this time. Wow, so Mater agrees. Huh? You're right, Mater. Not bad at all. Nice job. I knew you'd like it. I harvested it from these flowers. Wait, did he actually? I was just saying that as a joke, because the next panel was him staring at flowers, but I guess it is. I made it with the finest natural ingredients. Eon, special herbal extracts with very high fuel content, vegetal additives. Ugh. Well, maybe I overdid it on the chamomile. Zzz. Now they're all asleep. Oh, guys. Remember how I just said that picture of red is the best thumbnail picture? The bottom of this page is going to blow your mind. It's amazing. Okay, how do I not spoil it? We're just going to zoom in for this. Okay. The next day, hello, Fillmore. More organic fuel. I improved my formula. Want to try it? As long as it doesn't make me sleep. Yesterday, my acceleration was sluggish all day long. Don't worry, man. I didn't add any this time. Actually, it has a stimulating taste. What's in it? Chili pepper. Heh heh! Oh! Oh, beautiful. Oh, incredible. Amazing. Unbelievable. This. We've peaked. Oh, that's great. And you've already seen it because I decided to put it on the thumbnail. Which makes me question why I was trying to hide it the whole time. If you already saw it when you clicked on the video. Wow. Great. You know, I absolutely adore these comic stories. I really do. They're just such fun little stories. And I always love seeing little stories with the Radiator Springs cars, you know. And it's just so nice to see, honestly. Just these little small-scale stories of what the characters are getting up to. Nothing big, nothing substantial, but you always have little fun concepts and ideas. It really reminds me of like a Cars YouTube series. Not something like my series, Cars Adventures, which gets kind of out there and has like overarching plots. But it kind of reminds me of something more akin to like Aqua Strike series, or when Aaron used to do shorts. He used to do little Cars sketches, and like this is the type of content that I'd love to make in the future. You know, I love to do stuff like this. Just these little small scale stories that don't have like, you know, all the lore and backstory Cars Adventures has. Just little adventures of Radiator Springs characters and what they're up to. That's like my favorite thing to see in the Cars series. That's why I love these comics so much. Just seeing more of the characters in like casual situations. Later, Puh! Golly, Fillmore just won't give up. He doesn't look happy. What's wrong, soldier? This time my organic fuel tastes lousy, man. How could that be? Just let me try it. Careful, Lightning. Remember what happened last time. If even he thinks it's bad, it must be terrible. You're wrong. It's great. It tastes like real gas. Exactly. Haha, poor Fillmore. This way, he doesn't like it anymore. That's actually a pretty solid punchline. That's like a comic strip punchline, where that would be the last panel. That's honestly a pretty solid setup. So after Fillmore, I assume... Yep, Sarge, and his iconic catchphrase, go, go, go. Cyclops Sarge. Just love when the creases of the page fall in unfortunate places. Ugh. Sarge the veteran. They say I have a difficult character. Actually, I just have sound principles. Discipline on the road and order in my warehouse, my shop. In my depot, Sarge's surplus hut, I keep many handy accessories, like a pair of binoculars to see in the dark, or the Mother Road survival kit, the absolute necessity for helping those brave cars in their adventures on the road. Hey, that's a pretty good phrase there. They should name a show after that. My career. During military service, I received the Grill Badge of True Metal, and lots of medals for my bravery and my acts of daring fearlessness. Sarge's rank insignia design is approved used with the approval of the U.S. Army. Thank you, U.S. Army. Copyright. My model. I'm a 1942 World War II Willys Army Jeep. See? So why can he say that and Fillmore didn't say I'm a Volkswagen? My boot camp. Lately, I decided to teach those SUV drips, that's rude, how to survive off-road. This is why I have Sarge's SUV boot camp. A 10 hut, kiss the pavement goodbye, gentlemen. Yeah, that's an actual Sarge quote, not... Or I guess he does say go, 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 doesn't he? Oh, guys. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Okay, alright. Oh, man, this is gonna be fun. New recruits. This is what I'm talking about when I say this is like classic Cars YouTube series. Is this comic about to be Sarge trains the tuners? Oh, I can't wait. Sheriff doesn't give up. Yeah, but he'll never catch us. Huh? True, but I don't feel like spending all afternoon getting away from him. We'll shake him if we cut through here. He. Why did I see he and immediately pulled out the Michael Jackson impression? How are they sneaking under a fence? Who lifted the fence? Guys, your cars. How did you get under the fence? Okay. It'll take more than a fence to stop us. Oh, here's Sarge's whole obstacle course. Hey, what hit this place? That's a weird way to put it. Holes in the ground, tree trunks down, ditches. Looks like a tornado passed through. Oh, I guess that's a joke. Hello, recruits. You must be the new enlistments for my boot camp, right? Oh, sure. We sure are. Let's go, then. Training starts right away. I don't feel like training Boost, but Sheriff would never think of looking for us here, knucklehead. I love the tuners in this. I love how they're portrayed. Other than the drawing of Boost, this one looks nothing like him. We'll wait till things cool down, then ease on out of here tonight. A little exercise with that old Jeep will be a breeze. Really, we're tough cars. But, move those wheels. A little mud does a body good. Gotta move on over that bridge. I hope you don't dent yourself. I love how it's just, they're all failing in different categories. This one is fun. After I read all 500 pages of these, I should just do a tier list of Cars Magazine comics. It'd take forever. Let me know in the comments if you actually want to see that. I think that'd be really fun. Many hours later. We want out! We're not your recruits! Don't I know it? I just figured a little bit of training would do you good. A friend of mine asked me to keep you out of trouble for a while. Enjoy yourselves? Ugh. We should have let you bust us sooner. It would have saved us all that hard work. Oh, that ending's so fun. I love that. Okay, so who's left? Ramon, Flo, Lizzie? Lizzie, maybe? If Lizzie has one. A paint job a day. A true artist like me isn't afraid to explore new ways to push the limits of colors. That's why for me, every day is a new chance to dress in a different paint job. My creations. Look at this. We have official names for the Ramon paint job. So Hydraulic Ramon is Red Ribbons. Yellow Ramon is Mellow Sunset. Green Ramon is Green Stripes. And Cruising Ramon is 1960s Custom. That's so cool. New lore just dropped. That was so corny. I'm sorry. Okay, from now on, henceforth, I will call this Red Ribbons Ramon. For years, I've said calling him Hydraulic Ramon in videos makes it way too difficult. So I try to say things like Red Ramon or Hydraulic Red Ramon because, you know, Raised Up Ramon's diecast is also called Hydraulic Ramon. Red Ribbons. I'll take a note of that. My wife. Flo is the true color of my life. How wholesome. My shop. This is my magnificent atelier, the house of body art. My self-portrait. Oh, it's not concept art for Ramon. It's just a drawing he did of himself. Oh yeah, baby. Ramon's comic is called Living That was very rude of the wind. Try that again. Ramon's comic is called Living Paintings. Great news, Flo. I'm an artist. We know that, dear. So, what's the news? Wow, okay. I'm, real artist. Got a letter from a famous art dealer. While passing through Radiator Springs, he noticed some of my work. I love how this is framed. It looks like McQueen is trying to eat his wheel. And there's just a sheet of paper next to him. And wants to organize an exhibition. Gee! It's your big break, Ramon. I'm proud of you. I'm headed straight to get some canvases and brushes. But, that's no good. Better start again. Phooey! It's horrible! Me when I'm reading the Cars comic adaptation. Me when I'm looking at the 2024 Cars diecast poster. Me when modern MCU. Me when Tai 2 is mentioned. Me when Disney Store Cars. Me when T-Tor reviews Tai uploads, am I right? Okay, let's continue. How goes it, artist? How many paintings have you done? None. What? How can that be? Nothing good, that is. Looks like my talent is best expressed on Coachworks. You're not going to call off the exhibition, are you? There may be a solution. And so, Rusty and Dusty look horrendous. Absolutely wonderful. They're authentic masterpieces. My compliments, Ramon. I like that Shuki's there, too. Hee hee. Hee hee. Thanks. We need to make it a running trend. Whenever somebody says hee hee in these videos, cue bad Michael Jackson impression. Psst, Ramon. Huh? Do we have to stand still for much longer? No, not much longer. Just until the gallery closes. This is so much fun. Living works of art. Ingenious! Look at that. Oh, man. I'd love to see someone do customs of these. There's no way. Okay, I would not do customs of these. I should totally do mini racer customs of these designs. That is so cool. I love that. They all need sad faces, too. Rusty and Dusty still look horrendous. The art here looks a little off. I wonder if this was done by a different artist. Look at that. It's so cool. I love that so much. Alright, let's see who's next. Alright, we have Flo up next, if you couldn't already tell. And then, looks like we got Luigi and Guido, and then we'll actually be done. So, let's see what we got. Flo, owner of the V8 Cafe. I'm a former showgirl who fell in love with Radiator Springs. And Ramon. My story. Flo drops her entire history here. This is easily the page with the most text. Look at this. I first arrived in Radiator Springs as a touring show car in the 60s. The other show car girls and I spent an unforgettable weekend in town. New tires at Luigi's, souvenirs at Lizzie's, new paint jobs from Ramon. When it came time to... The crease is way too close to the text. Paint me, Ramon threw down his brush because for him, I was already beautiful the way I was. I ended up staying. Ramon and I have been together ever since. And if you think that's cool, look at her neon sign! Wow! By waitresses. Now that Flo's V8 Cafe is the watering hole for the who's who of the racing circuit, Mia and Tia have moved to town and have become Flo's most popular waitresses. What better way to be close to their hero, Lightning McQueen? Mia and Tia. So they moved to town. Good for them. Guess they moved away at some point. After starting off an easy day with breakfast at my cafe, Ramon heads to his studio for a few hours of painting. Then he likes to knock off and pick me up to enjoy an evening cruise together. That's a weird way to word things, but okay. Alright. This one is called The Winner's Cup. And I believe I'm actually familiar with this one. In the last episode of Cars Book Club, I mentioned owning a issue of the Cars comic series made by the same company that produced this compilation book. And it features several compiled magazine stories just like this, but just kind of random ones. And last time we saw this comic get repeated, The Hospitality of Champions. But I believe our next Flow story is actually... Yep, there it is. The Winning Cup. Yeah, so I am familiar with this one. I knew it looked Familiar? Alright, let's see. We'd like the house specialty. Gee, I'm afraid we're all out. How about a nice lube shake? Okay, you'll love it. Sigh. World's saddest lube shake creation. What's the matter, Flo? Down in the dumps? Your place is raking it in with all these tourists, but everyone orders a house specialty, and the VA Cafe doesn't have one. So I lie to my customers, apparently, and just say it doesn't exist. And then I give them lube shakes. I'm sorry, okay. That your problem? Then all you have to do is pick one from the menu. Like antifreeze ice cream, or pick up a chino. Yummy! This series is going to break me. I'll be nothing but a husk by the time we're done with Cars Magazine comics. Pick up a chino. I'd rather have the Al Pacino Dunkachino, personally. One person in my audience is going to get that reference. I'd like to go with something more original, with a real knockout name. And do what we always do when advice is needed. And so... Oh, sorry. You're right. And so, have you got a minute, Doc? Sure do, Flo. Come on in. I've got a little problem. Ooh, why, I should have thought of that myself. I guess, Doc. I guess he didn't say anything. Thanks, Doc. You've been a big help. Huh? But I didn't say a word. Don't worry. You've given me the perfect idea. Come to the V8 later and see for yourself. Later? You're right, Flo. This is really a winner. The Piston Cup is a hit. That background character is terrifying. You always say that your trophies are just empty cups, and you've come up with the best way to fill them. Ha ha! New specialty piston cup. Great, so Flo has canonically used Doc's piston cups as drink cups. I assume you wouldn't be able to take them home. Still a very cute idea, but I remember reading this one in the comic back in the day and being like, that's a choice. But I think it's a very fun idea. And finally, Luigi. Yeah, so it looks like Guido doesn't get his own separate comic. We just have Luigi. And it looks like Lizzie, unfortunately, doesn't either. Which is a shame because, well, literally the first comic in this issue is all about Stanley and Lizzie. Would have been perfect. Look at that. There's even a Lizzie flashback. I'm sure it'll probably be compiled somewhere later on in the book. But, still. That's a shame. Because, you know, I'm sure they've done several magazine comics about Lizzie or just Guido on his own, but whatever. I have followed racing my entire life! My whole life! A little redundant, Luigi. Luigi this isn't in the first person? That's weird. Luigi runs a tire shop in Radiator Springs. Luigi's Casadella Tires. That's a shame. I can't do the, I can't do the Luigi voice then. Oh well. Unless it's Luigi speaking in the third person. Oh well. I'll instead do it in an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Luigi runs the tire shop in Radiator Springs. Luigi's Casadella Tires. If you're going to drive through this world, why not look good doing it? That's Luigi's motto. Cars may not get to choose their body type, but they all have a choice when it comes to the tires they wear. I believe, much like the Mater description, which was also in the third person, this is taken from Meet the Cars with altered words. Luigi's Casadella Tires is known far and wide for great service, low prices, and of course its very friendly proprietor. Luigi and his friend Guido are the biggest Ferrari racing fans in Radiator Springs. Put the cookie down. Do it now. Luigi's on Lightning McQueen's pit crew during a real Piston Cup race. And back in Radiator Springs, a special customer pays him a visit. Luigi and Guido can hardly believe their eyes. Lightning McQueen told me this is the best place in the world to get tires. How about setting me and my friends up with 3 or 4 sets each? Guido, there's a real Ferrari in my store. High-flying adventure. Smile. Got it. Click. Your shop's looking monumental today, Luigi. Thanks. It's for the Lightyear Tires Company contest. Oh my gosh, they're dressed like... Oh, that's hilarious. The famous tire company? That's right. At the next Grand Prix, the winner gets to be advertised. Guys, somebody please make ancient Roman Luigi and Guido customs. Look at that. They got all the tires stacked up. I love this. On the Lightyear blimp floating over the raceway. Oh, hey, Al. It's our buddy Al. I love that. I'm competing with my tire temple. I hope the judges come to see it. Hee hee. Good luck. Emergency. Make way, everybody. Plane in trouble. It's almost out of fuel. Barney Stormin, no, what are you doing here? It's going to attempt an emergency landing here. Gulp. Quick, clear the road. It's going too fast. It'll never. Bump, bunch, bump. Those are some choices. Brace in time or break in time. Great idea. Who set up this tire crash barrier? You can't convince me Barney Stormin does not sound like that. I did. Poor Luigi. There goes the contest. I'm sorry. I've ruined everything. How can I repair? There's no need to. At least my work of art was of good use to somebody. Courage, pal. There's always next year. Hey, Lightning McQueen. Oh, welcome to Radiator Springs, Barney. Lightning knows Barney Stormin by name. Yeah, Luigi, I'm as confused as you. You know him? Sure, your tires just saved the famous Barney Stormin. At the following week's Grand Prix, Casadella Tires. Barney is the best in skywriting ads. It's his way of thanking you. Fantastic. Everyone is seeing my ad. And there we go. We are done with the Greetings from Radiator Springs chapter of Cars Magazine Comics. Next time, we'll dive into the chapter that is called On the Road. And is that Mater racing the World Grand Prix car? Is Fillmore and Luigi? Okay. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Carbon Racers and Boost and Finn McMissile and Chucky. And looks like we got a whole lot of things to look at. There's a Moon Mater spinoff. Yeah, see, I've occasionally flipped through this book since I've gotten it a few months ago, and I'll just see the craziest things on some random pages. And the stories here have been pretty tame so far, but I think next time we'll start to get into some of the really, really interesting stuff. More fun cameos, more fun wacky adventures await. I can't wait to read them. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.